Good morning, WW Robinson. Today is November 30th, 2018. It is the last day of November. Are we excited about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are. And I have Kendall with me this morning. How are you, Kendall?
Good.
Good. It is finally Friday. It's been a long week. Kendall and I were just talking about how long this week was. All right. It is day 6 in our rotation. And Kendall, tell us what's for lunch today.
Pepperoni calzone, baked beans, veggie dippers, apple wedges, banana, and choice of milk.
All right. And we have Rylan here to tell us about the weather. So come right on over, Rylan. Let's make sure we can see you. I'll hold this so we can see you. What is it?
Cloudy.
It is cloudy. It is very cloudy out this morning. Thank you. And we have Sadie here to lead us in the pledge. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Sadie, I love the kitty cat on your sweater this morning. All right, come on over here. Put this hand on your heart. Oh, there you go. All right, ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Sadie. Please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, we have a special announcement for Mr. Perry for our chorus students. It says a reminder to 5th grade chorus that tonight is Light Up Woodstock. And so you need to meet Mr. Perry. And it says, please be in front of the Woodstock Courthouse across the street from the cafe by 5:30. And we will be finished by 6. So 5:30 in front of the courthouse with Mr. Perry. And make sure you dress warm. It's probably going to be a little chilly this evening, especially when the sun goes down. So make sure that you're prepared. And I believe that he said festive attire was encouraged. All right. No birthdays today, right, Kendall?
Yeah, no birthday.
Yeah, we were totally shocked when we looked at that. No birthdays today. So we are finished with November birthdays. And then we have some special guests. So Kendall and I are going to slide off and let our special guests come on.
We are 3rd graders in Miss Orndorff's IA class, and we are having a pet food drive to help Furry Friends Animal Rescue.
Furry Friends Animal Rescue helps save homeless animals by giving them food, water, shelter, and taking them to the vet. They could really use your help. Today, this choir will be going home with all students. From December 3rd to the 21st, we will be taking donations at school for the cat food, dog food, and coffee cat.
The class that brings in the most pounds is a donation for winning pizza party, and every student who brings a donation has a chance of getting their names picked to get door prizes such as books, toys, and movie gift certificates.
All right. So I just want to recap, guys, okay? So what are the dates that they can bring? Tell us again really loud.
December 3rd to December 21st.
So December 3rd through the 21st. So that starts next Monday and goes all the way till we leave for break, right? And what are the things that you want again?
The class that brings the most pounds gets a pizza party, and every student who brings in anything has a chance of getting their name picked to get door prizes such as books, toys, and movie gift certificates.
Wow, that's really awesome. So anybody that brings something in gets their name in for a drawing. And you want them to bring cat food, dog food, and cat litter?
And clumping.
Clumping cat litter. Okay. All right, guys. So do you think you could come back and give us another announcement maybe in another week or so?
Yeah.
Give us an update about where we're at, how much we have, and maybe like who's brought in the most? Yeah? Okay. Sounds good. Thanks for coming in. Sounds exciting. All right. Let's see. What else do we have this morning? We did that. All right. I don't have anything else. You have any shout outs?
Michelle watches class, Miss Goodenough, and Miss Watson.
All right. So I'm going to read a little bit this morning. My goal is to finish this before Christmas break. You think I can do it? I think so too.
Yay.
Chapter 69, the defective robot. Need to pay attention to my words here. Hello, Rosum Unit 7134. We are the Ricos. We are here to retrieve all Rosum units. The cold, flat voice came from Rico 1. He and his partner stood absolutely still and kept their glowing eyes locked on their target. There are 4 others, said Roz, but they are all dead. We have already located the remains of the other units, said Recco 1. We will collect them later. Now come with us. The 3 Reccos motioned Roz to the airship, but she didn't move. Where have you come from? She said. The Reccos turned and stared at Roz. Do not ask questions, said Recco 1. Where will you take me? Do not ask questions. Why must I leave? Do not ask questions. I will not go anywhere until I get some answers. There was a brief silence as Recco 1 computed his next move, and then he began to speak. 1 year ago, a cargo ship carrying 500 Rosum units was sunk by a hurricane. 495 units have been retrieved from the ocean floor. We have come here in search of the last 5, and we have located them. Rosum Unit 7134, you are the property of Tech Lab Industries. We will return you to the factory where the makers will refurbish you and sell you to a worksite. You will then live on that worksite indefinitely. Now come with us. But I live here, said Roz. That is incorrect, Rosum Unit 7134. Any further resistance will proof of defectiveness and we will deactivate you. But Roz had more questions. Who are the makers? What is my purpose? Why can I not ask questions? This unit is defective, said Recco 1 to his partners. Commence deactivation. Uh-oh. In perfect unison, the Reccos stepped toward Roz. They raised their blocky hands, ready to restrain their target, ready to shut her down with the press of a button. But a loud squawk and a streak of feathers cut them off. Stay away from my mama! Bright Bill swooped into the meadow and started hopping around, ready to defend his mother. The Reccos stopped and looked down at the goose. Of course, they didn't understand his words. They heard only meaningless squawks, and then they heard their target squawking back to him. Bright Bill, get out of here, said Roz in the language of the animals. These robots are dangerous. What do they want? They want to take me away. The Reccos stared at their target, trying to understand why she was exchanging noises with the goose. And then new noises began rising up. Rustlings and shrieks echoed from the forest. Animals were gathering. Their wild voices called out to one another. Roz needs our help. Those robots want to take her away. We have to do something. The uproar of the forest grew louder and louder. The Reccos peered past Roz toward the mysterious noises, but saw only foliage. Suddenly, shadows swept across the meadow, and Bright Bill's flock dove onto the Reccos. The geese furiously flapped and pecked and wrapped their wings around the robot's face, clinging to the Reccos like feathery masks, distracting them, blinding them. Bright Bill turned to his mother. Run! The hunt begins. Chapter 70. While his flock distracted the Reccos, Bright Bill darted around behind them and desperately searched for buttons. He had once shut down his mother with a click, and now he would do the same thing to the intruders. But he found no buttons on these robots, only smooth surfaces. Clearly, the Reccos were not designed to be shut down so easily. Giant hands swung through the air, and the geese were swatted away. Loudwing was plucked by her foot and flung to the ground. She crawled into the weeds as others scrambled up and over the trees. The quick scan by the robots revealed that Roz was gone. The 3 Reccos turned and marched back to their airship. The door hummed open, and the robots disappeared inside. And when they stepped back into the meadow, each was holding a silver rifle in his hand. The hunt for Roz was on. Without speaking, the Reccos marched away from one another, fanning out in their standard search pattern. Recco 1 marched straight toward the southern tip of the island. Recco 2 marched straight up the mountainside, and Recco 3 marched straight into the forest. I think we'll stop there for today. The next chapter is called The Forest Assault. I'm wondering, do we think that she's going to get away?
Yeah.
You think so? I hope so. Making me a little nervous. All right. So you can choose to be the kind of leader that you would follow and make it a great day. So long.